Шановні колеги,
We continue our working day. The representative of the main Department of Reconnaissance of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Mr. Skybytskyi.
шановні пані,
Ladies and gentlemen, today the armed forces of Russian Federation started the exercise Caucasus 2016. The main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine prepared the assessment of this exercise. According to the military intelligence of Ukraine, the leadership of Russian Federation preserves the aggressive intentions against Ukraine and establishing full control of our state in order to demonstrate the power, they enhance the number of troops. This is happening as the operational preparation. The large-scale event of this year is the military exercise Caucasus 2016. The main difference of this exercise of the type of Caucasus from the previous ones, which were happening in 2008-2012, is exercising maneuvers against Ukraine and complication of relations between Russia and NATO. Russian side is working on the scenario of possible conflict with NATO. We need to mention that the real scale of exercise is much larger than such as declared by Russian Federation. Russian side officially informed about participation in maneuvers of about 20,500 servicemen, 90 tanks, about 300 combat vehicles, 20 helicopters, and up to 15 combat vessels. But today there are no efficient international mechanisms which would allow to be sure in openness and transparency of Russia. The Chief Intelligence Department, the Directorate, established that the inspection of combat readiness of armed forces of Ukraine that was done on the 25th, 31 August this year, and was the beginning of Caucasus 2016. Russia concentrated in the southern western direction. The group of forces of 100,000 servicemen, more than 11,000 those who were moved to the south of Russia. These forces are managed by the generals and officers who have direct experience of military actions on the territory of Ukraine. Among them are Grulov, Kuzovlev, Nikiforov. They were heading the first and second occupational troops on the territory of our state. Despite the declared by Russia completion of the inspection, most of the troops are still at their locations. Now, at the test field Prudboy, Volgogradska Oblast, there are battalion of tactical group of the 2nd Division, 25th Brigade, 6th Army, the battalion tactical group of the 27th Brigade, and also units of 288th Artillery Brigade of the 1st Tank Army of the Western District. The battalion tactical group of 21st Brigade and the units of 385th Brigade. The battalion tactical group of the 6th Brigade of the 1st Tank Army is moved to Molkino, Krasnodarsky Krai. And these are units that participated in military actions in the east of Russia in 2015. Besides, on the territory of occupied Crimea, the parachute troops paratroopers that are moved to this location. On the 4th of September, the unit of the Marines of Caspian Fleet arrived to test field Dapuk in Crimea. During the inspection from the depths of Russia, more than 40 military aircrafts were located. So taking into account that only about 100 military aircrafts are concentrated there. Also, the crews of the aircrafts are exercising, targeting the land targets at the test field Konchevsky in Crimea. Besides, 3 strategic bombers, Su-25, were flying over the occupied Crimea, and in the Black and Caspian Sea there are different vessel groups located, including missile, artillery, and mining vessels. Part of the active phase of Caucasus 2016 will be about eliminating the vessels of the conditional enemy. Also, in the next Crimea, on the base of the coastal troops of Black Sea Navy, they're working on the issue of moving the Division of Territorial Defense. The same things are happening in the territory of Stavropolsky and Krasnodarsky districts. The citizens of Russia are trying to avoid mobilization. In most cases, it is connected to the fear of possible participation in military actions on the territory of Ukraine. In the period of the 5th and 9th September, there are command and headquarters training of the 1st and 2nd Corps of Russian occupational forces in the east of Ukraine. And this has been the practice in the recent times, because all the operational and military training is happening under the direct control of the representatives of the general headquarters of Russia. I would like to mention that the training of Russian occupational forces on the territory of Ukraine in the east are conducted with the background of active information campaign of Russian Federation, and also suppressing the work of the leading Ukrainian TV and radio channels in occupied Lugansk and Donetsk Oblast. According to the main intelligence department, the Russian leadership is trying to achieve some political objectives of both internal and external nature, which is to distract the population of Russia from social economic problems before the parliamentary elections, to distract their attention, also to legalize annexation of Crimea, because the official foreign representatives are arriving at the territory of Peninsula. So they invited the military representatives of diplomatic missions of foreign countries, which are accredited in Moscow, to participate, to observe the active phase of the training Caucasus 2016. The countries of democratic choice refused from provocation invitation of Russia and will not participate in demonstrational events of Kremlin. Their readiness to participate were expressed by Vietnam, Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia, Malaysia, Mauritius, Mongolia, Serbia, and Uruguay. In total, the exercise Caucasus 2016 is of provocative nature, and it is a direct threat for Ukraine, we do not exclude that created Russian group near the state border of Ukraine will be used against our country in case the Russian Federation leadership makes a decision. The evidence of that is that Russian troops are leaving military test fields after official completion of the inspection. The similar development of the situation was observed during the armed aggression of Russia against Georgia in 2008, before which there was the exercise Caucasus 208 taking place. Any questions?
Good afternoon. I'm from the 5th TV channel, Dmitro Moroz. Actually, in all your reports, we observe that Russia gradually is deploying its troops closer to our borders, and they had increased the number of military exercises in big number of time, considerably. How do you assess this? Russia has made decision to create a real threat at the borders of Ukraine. With this aim, they bring a lot of troops, and very quickly all those troops could be transferred to the territory of Ukraine, and this could be made under disguise of any military exercise. And you are right that Russia has considerably increased the number of military exercises on its southern and west southern borders. Everything is done at the background of more sharp relations between Russia and NATO. Thank you. Since there are no further questions, then the next event will be at 3 p.m.